Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing polishes that I wore in the month of January. This video is going up a little bit later than I had hoped. I'm still kind of getting used to putting these videos together and like coordinating schedules and everything like that with them. But I have 6 polishes that I wore in January. In the description box, I will link as many as I can, the makers' sites. Some indie, some mainstream, some you can't get anymore. So we have 6 and let's go ahead and get started. The first polish I wore was Holo Attack from the brand Ice Cream Nails. This just recently came out, but they do tend to sell out relatively quickly, but they do also tend to restock pretty regularly. But this is just a bright cherry red linear holographic. This was absolutely stunning. I did 2 coats of it. The holo is blaring in this, especially in the daylight. We had a couple of parties to go to in January, so I wanted to have something kind of fun on, and that was my pick. So I wore 2 coats of Holo Attack from Ice Cream Nails and a glossy top coat. The next polish I wore is Teenage Dream from OPI. I have 2 bottles of this. Some reason I used to really love this on me. I hated this. I wore 3 coats of Teenage Dream. It's a kind of super light pink tinted base with holographic glitter. And I didn't love it on me. I was actually super bummed. I used to wear this all the time. My bottle is like, I mean, maybe not all the time. My bottle's like a quarter gone, and then I have a backup bottle of it because I used to really love it. But I really just didn't like this on me. I wore this for a whopping 1 day before I was like, that's got to come off. So I did 3 coats of Teenage Dream and a glossy top coat. Up next from Orally, I wore Happy Camper. This is a absolute perfect Tiffany blue color. I did take a picture of this with my Tiffany box just to show that the color matches absolutely perfectly. I did 2 coats for full opacity. If you're super picky, you might end up needing 3 coats, but it does dry super fast, it dries super glossy, and it is a beautiful formula to work with. I ended up wearing this one for probably 4 days. My son had a jiu-jitsu tournament to go to, so I wore this for the weekend that we were out of town for that. And that was beautiful. So I wore 2 coats of Happy Camper from Orally and a glossy top coat. Next up from Essie, I wore Blue-tiful Horizons, and the only reason that I even thought about grabbing anything Essie was because I looked at my drawers trying to plan out how to reorganize things and see what needed more space. I do plan on like reorganizing my drawers again because they're just an absolute wreck. And I came across my Essie drawer and I was like, this has been untouched for easily 2 years. So I just pulled a random one out, and I'm glad I pulled this one out. So this is a kind of dusty blue base, and it's got this beautiful golden green shimmer in it. The shimmer is stunning. It stands out really nicely on the nail. My bottle does have the skinny brush though, so application was a bit of a struggle for me. I have really become accustomed to the wide flat brushes. But that being said, this was still a 2-coater. It dried on the like demi-matte side, and I prefer my manicures to be either fully matte or fully glossy, so I did end up using a glossy top coat with this, but I think if you added a matte top coat, it would be a beautiful velvety finish. I did really like this. I only ended up wearing it for a few days because I had a lot of swatching to catch up on after being out of town and then wanting something else on. I would say I went a solid week without swatching, which is wild for me. But I did end up wearing this one for a few days. So that was 2 coats of Blue-tiful Horizon and a glossy top coat. So like I said, I ended up doing a boatload of swatching after all of that. So I just wanted something kind of simple and basic on my nails. And normally when I go simple and basic, I go for the sheer nudes or just a glitter topper on my naked nail or a white or something just kind of light. For my basic this time, I wanted just a black, so I went with Total Eclipse from KB Shimmer. When I wear black nail polish, instead of using it as a base for a topper, when I wear just a black nail polish, I generally like that black polish to be 2 to 3 coats. I like it to be more on the sheer side, that way when I take it off, it doesn't stain the crap out of the skin around my nails. My skin is always so dry, and I have that issue big time, but I couldn't find one in my collection that wasn't super opaque, so I went with one that I knew had the brush that I liked, the formula that I liked, and it was still a 1-coater. So I did 1 coat of Total Eclipse from KB Shimmer, and I wore this one for probably the weekend before taking that off. My ultimate plan with this one though was to wear it for a couple days and then use a glitter topper or a shimmer topper over it and just kind of zhuzh it up, but I did end up having more swatch mail come in that needed to be done kind of urgently, so I did have to take this one off, unfortunately. I will revisit that idea though this month because I got a glitter that I am super excited to wear. But that was one coat of Total Eclipse plus a glossy top coat. And then the last manicure I wore was Happy As A Glam from my brand Pampered Polishes. This is just a dusty rose pink cream. I really like the formula on my creams. I did 2 coats for full opacity. It was virtually there in one because I have worn this one a couple of times, but I did do 2 coats just to make it feel like a full manicure. This does dry nice and glossy all on its own. I did use a top coat just to protect my natural nail, or to protect my manicure and, you know, prevent any kind of fast and early chips. It was my husband's birthday. He always likes me in pink nail polish, so I did reach for this one. However, my mom saw it and she was like, that kind of looks like an old lady color. I was like, yeah, you're right. So was a little disappointed in that after the fact, but before that comment was made, I really liked this one on me. So that was 2 coats of Happy As A Glam from my brand Pampered Polishes. And guys, that is it. That's all the polishes that I wore in the month of January. Let me know what you guys thought of my array of choices. Let me know what your favorite was. I actually had half of them were creams, which is kind of wild for me. But let me know what your favorite was. Let me know what you wore in the month of January, if you can remember. I know it's been a hot second. We're like a quarter of the way done with February already, but give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.